Welcome back to KCCI 8 News Close-Up. Joining me now is Des Moines Register's Kathy Obradovich, and also with us, KCCI political analyst Dennis Goldford. Thank you both for coming in today. Hillary Clinton's emails back in the headlines this past week. Presidential candidate apologized for using a private email server while serving as Secretary of State. Those comments came after she didn't want to apologize for the use of her private email.
Yeah, that's right, Stacey. Hillary Clinton wrote on her Facebook page, "I know this is a complex story. I could have and should have done a better job of answering questions earlier. I'm grateful for your support, and I'm not taking anything for granted." And frankly, yes, Hillary Clinton did have a lot of opportunities to answer questions about this earlier. She was very reluctant when she first started coming out to Iowa, and she had a week of refusing to apologize before she finally decided to. Dennis, do you think that she did enough?
Not really. She has stonewalled from the beginning, and that's the wrong thing to do. You want to get out in front of a particular issue like this. And Republicans, of course, have a vested interest in saying that she's Nixonian with regard to her attitude toward the press. But they're not far off the mark in that regard. I guess because of the experiences of the 1990s, she absolutely detests the press. And so trying to get something out of her from a legitimate reporter's question is like, you know, trying to excavate a mountain with a sponge. It's just impossible.
So does this now put this issue to bed, or does this follow her throughout the rest of the campaign?
Oh, she's stuck with this, because what it's done is help to create and reinforce a narrative, particularly that her opponents, the Republicans, want to foster, which is to say that she's an essentially dishonest person who is not truthful and avoids being open and clear and transparent. And if they can establish that narrative, then everything she does, however innocuous, is seen in terms of that narrative.
Well, and also that narrative continues in the polls. So we just saw that in the Quinnipiac poll that came out in Iowa, Bernie Sanders now has overtaken Hillary Clinton, and a big part of the reason why in the poll is that she rates much lower than Bernie Sanders and Vice President Joe Biden on issues of trustworthiness. Is she honest?
Well, among the Democrats, at least in the poll, she still retains high favorability marks, and people tend to say, at least Democrats, that yes, she does understand people like them. I think the major factor there is she's still seen as much more centrist, much more aligned with Wall Street and big money than Bernie Sanders is, and he represents the Democratic id. He says the things that liberal Democrats want to say about the dangers of big corporations and income inequality. She's seen by a lot of liberals as being on the other side of that.
When I talk to Democrats in Iowa, I'm really hearing them not being that interested in this. You know, and the Register's polling has shown, you know, they don't think it's that important, but you know, it does, I think, translate into that narrative, and that narrative has been beaten into voters every single day by the national media. Every time Hillary Clinton comes out in public, she's pelted with, pestered might not be the right word, but pelted with questions about this issue, and I agree, this is not going to pass away.
It gets her completely off message. She can't talk about what she wants to talk about.
So what does she do now? What's the next step for her? What needs to happen?
Well, I think her people and she are trying to figure out how to get beyond that. The task would be to try to, even though we say this is going to continue with her, try to corner this and fence this off and put this over in a dark place as quickly as possible, and try to get people, and especially reporters, to focus on things she wants to discuss.
She's been pretty reactive. She needs to get out ahead of it, give people as much information as they can stand. It's sort of the Chris Christie model. You know, you keep talking to reporters until they sit down, and then you can say, look, I've addressed all this.
If you can bury them with information, then it keeps them preoccupied. If they have very little to work with, then they can phrase their own questions for entirely legitimate journalistic reasons.
I'm wondering if we could talk about the campaign money.
Sure.
this time around. First presidential campaign cycle since the Citizens United ruling passed by the decided by the Supreme Court that kind of allows this unlimited non-candidate money to just flow in and support a message, support a candidate. How's it changing the campaign this time around?
Well, this is what I'm looking at, and this is our test case, our first test case really since Citizens United. Typically, the Republican straw poll in Ames, and especially the Iowa caucuses, and to some extent New Hampshire have been seen as winnowing events. They reveal particularly unexpected strengths and especially weaknesses. And if you don't perform at a level at which people expect you to perform, your chances look bad, you drop further in the polls, and your money dries up. And the question is, what happens with all this big money if you find someone the way Newt Gingrich did last time around, as Sheldon Adelson, to keep forking over huge amounts of money to keep you afloat long past your sell-by date? And Gingrich was certainly experiencing that. On the other hand, we look at Rick Perry, who is dropping like a stone, almost invisible, but there's still about $17 million in super PAC money out there for him to work with, or for them to work with on his behalf. We'll see if that, in fact, keeps him afloat any longer.
Candidates can live off the land for a while. In Iowa, where it is fairly cheap to campaign, we've seen that with other campaigns. I mean, really, John Kerry did the same thing on his way to the nomination in 2004. And the money dries up for a while, but you stay in the race and wait for those opportunities. And when they come up, be ready to grab them.
I think they're all hoping lightning will strike on February 1st here in Iowa. That's the key for them.
All right. Well, up next, President Obama's visit to Des Moines, why he's coming to Iowa, and what you'll hear him talk about.